So, we're making a video about the build process for Lot 9. It's not really even about the build, it's about everything that happened in the year, just the very end of 2015 and all of 2016. Just wanted to make a memory for Steph and I. We always enjoy looking back on our snowboard edits from the last 10 years and in our paper photo albums, so just something to look back on, and anyone who's interested can check it out. This is our first visit to the area. Went with Steph and Dale just to check out the zone. Checked out a couple of different lots. They were using the GPS just to find some boundaries. We ended up driving up some questionable roads, but eventually we found some survey pins, and that was good. I needed somewhere to sleep for camping and whatnot, and going to events and checking out the lots, so threw together this rough and ready bed for the van. Worked out really good. Could fit a bike in there still. It's holding up after 2 years, and yeah, it was rough. So that first trip out to the area of the cabin would end up being was in mid-October, I think. We then decided to get out touring and explore some of the more local zones and see what kind of terrain was back there. This was kind of moving into November now. It's another touring shot, some early November van laps. This is a local landmark, the Big Bluffs. When we came back a month later, the neighbors had built a cabin, start to finish in a month, so that was really impressive and motivational. This is a shot of Mark, our real estate agent. Her and Steph made a trip out just to look at the land a little more. We were actually thinking of getting a lot further down the road, but ended up with a last minute decision to get lot 9. This is a bunch of rails our friend Declan gave us. They were our first possessions on our property. Me and my buddy Josh here, he helped us drive them out there, and then we ended up camping. Actually, this was the day right after we got possession, I think, so first night on our property. Josh and I bushwhacked to the southeast corner pin, and we found this shed thing. Just like that, it was March 2016. We found this old explosive sign in that shed, so hopefully nothing comes of that. Me and Dale went out for an exploration, kind of on the dirt bikes, trying to get the lay of the land. There was still a lot of snow though, just above the valley bottom. We got right stuff. Do it! Luckily, they were pulling out some railway track in our hometown, so we managed to salvage a bunch of those. I didn't know what at first, but knew we'd need them. Family came out for a visit, and we walked the whole boundary. We then started working on the foundation for a container, so Steph's there using the rail to level the blocks, and we got that all set up. We also cobbled together a little woodshed with some salvaged materials. The local guy Tyler, he helped us get a container and actually delivered it for us, which was really nice of him. Then we got to work on the outhouse, which was number 1 priority and number 2, I guess. We were digging the hole, everyone got in there, and you'll see we kind of used more of the railroad ties for foundation. The container didn't quite hit the landing mark, so we had to make some minor adjustments. We managed to lift it and move it with some manpower and a couple of the railroad ties, which was pretty effective. This is Evan's first time seeing the lot without snow. He's a good friend, good dirt bike, a good carpenter, so he got to work helping us on the outhouse. Supervisor Evan is placing ledges. He's not very good at nailing.
Lose a nail.
He's putting ledges. We just completed. Outhouse was full freestyle, no plans, kind of just building as we went with the materials we had on hand, and a few more materials that our friends Pickle and Cam went and grabbed on a supply run to the nearest town. We kept doing some reconnaissance on the snow line every few hours with the dirt bike up and see where the melt was at. This is Evan looking down the valley. Yeah, when we got to the roof line, we went full freestyle, but it turned out really good. Here's Dale, dirt bike gear on. You can tell his priorities. This is kind of the camp we had set up. Well, yeah, it rained a lot. We got soaked, and then the sun would come out for a bit, but we'd have to dry off under the tent and fire. Dirt bike squad was growing, and it was still raining. As soon as the rain stopped, the sun would come out, and along with the bugs, Evan got massacred. That's why he's wearing the long sleeve shirt here. End of the battery. I borrowed this cordless framing nailer from work. Man, that thing's nice to have around. So we put some tar tape on the roof and getting close to that thing being dried in. Another dirt bike ripped to the lake. And that's kind of where she sat for that trip. I really hope this is the last time I ever have to be in that hole. We got the seal on and yeah, working. Me and Dale went on a little adventure and got a little bit lost. Tried some fishing, but not very successful, and the runoff container was gradually filling up. This is Canada Day long weekend. We had a bunch of friends out. This is Lieutenant Dan. We went on a mission far upriver. They were good help, and we had a lot of fun. We had to double as we didn't have enough bikes. There's Steph climbing on some old growth. A waterfall that's nearby. Steph, Ellen, and Natasha looking after it. Had a couple of quads, a couple of bikes.
Quick, gonna go get them pumped.
Dan and Mike bought that mill out as Dan sharpened the chain. They're setting up the mill there, and we milled up some cottonwood slabs, which have gone to some good homes. Yeah, Mike and Dan also gave me a hand putting some shingles I'd found on the roof of the outhouse. There's the container filling up pretty fast. It's another trip. Me and Dale went up to a nearby glacier, which was some pretty exciting dirt biking. Pretty steep, but we made it. I think this was actually August, so still a lot of snow around for August. Stuff grows fast when it rains that much. I got this brush cutter on a good deal and started clearing some stuff up. It's Josh's rig. We camped out. Him and Evan were there, and we tore down that old explosive shelter and put up this upgrade on the woodshed. Worked out really good and stole some more wood, which is nice.
The clouds are really low, and the overflow caught candy and battlegrounds, red and brown. No, it's not in mind. Just don't waste your time thinking about bad things. Let's float your little mind around. Hey, go ahead.
We're getting to October now, I think. There was snow in the Alpines, so we tried to make this mission up, but got stopped by that sinkhole. It was really raining down here, and I tried to get a little bit of siding on the outhouse just to protect it from the snow that was coming fast. Steph's birthday, October 15th, we went for some moto touring. Made it to the snow line on the bikes and then set off on the skins. There's a lot of road walking, but we had a good time. Didn't really get many turns in.
February 2018, I just started putting these videos together so we're going to go in and have some time. Just want to say thanks to everyone who helped out, especially Evan, Josh. They were a big help in 2016 for sure. Getting the outhouse done and the woodshed done, they were the big achievements. Yeah, now I'm going to start working on 2017 edit too. Thanks.